All right, guys, so a little quick impromptu talk about Errol Spence Jr., Terence Bud Crawford. Why are the boxing, I would say, why are Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Bud Crawford peers seem to gravitate more towards Terence Bud Crawford actually winning the fight than the grassroots fans? You see a lot of fans gravitating towards Errol Spence Jr. to win the fight, but when their peers are questioned, you hear a lot of times that they are leaning towards Terence Bud Crawford to win the fight. Now, we just heard Manny Pacquiao make his prediction on the fight. He says he thinks Terence Crawford will probably win the fight due to the style advantage. I think he said he thinks the fight will actually go the distance, but he thinks Terence Bud Crawford will win the fight. So what's the disconnect between the fans and the boxers? Now, I've heard a lot of times, I've heard people say that, some of these boxers, they are jealous of Errol Spence Jr.'s success. They have, some animosity for him. They want to, they're plotting on his downfall. And honestly, it could be some truth to some of that out there, but I don't think that's the be-all reason that, a lot of these fighters are actually picking Terence Bud Crawford to win the fight. I think it's a lot of things that they're looking at from a boxer's standpoint. First of all, they're looking at the experience factor. Although Errol is a unified champion at 147, you have Terence Bud Crawford, who's been a champion in 3 divisions. He is a undisputed champion in one of those divisions, and he's 39-0, so he knows his way around a ring. Another thing, I think they're looking at the special skill set of Terence Bud Crawford. He has that something special. He has great footwork. He's able to switch from righty to lefty and vice versa. He has a very high boxing IQ. He's very wiry. He's very athletic, and he has power on top of that. He's like a well-rounded boxer. He puts you in the mind of somebody like Floyd Mayweather, and I think a lot of them are taking that into account. They're looking at him like, this guy is elite. This is the guy to beat. So they're looking at that and comparing it with Errol Spence Jr., who is no slouch, by the way, guys. He is like a cyborg in the ring. He's big, he's strong, he's fundamentally sound. He works great behind the jab, and he's going to pressure you all night. He doesn't have those special effects, but he does have this hybrid African-American Mexican style that he brings to the table, which I think a lot of fans gravitate towards because it's a very entertaining style, and I think people like that. And let's face it, he's just a monster in the ring. So like I said, there's a difference there between the two fighters. I think both of the fighters bring a lot to the table when it comes to the skill set. That's why, people are saying it's a 50-50 fight. I think fighters are gravitating more towards Terence because Terence may have, a little bit extra in his arsenal that he's bringing to the table. Plus, like I said, plus the experience factor. But anyway, guys, I haven't picked who I think is going to win the fight yet. I will do that before fight time. I'm actually going to the fight. I'm just on the fence right now. I know some of you guys don't like that, but it is what it is. I really do like these fighters. But I think even whoever wins this fight, whoever loses this fight, I think we all win as boxing fans. Both of those guys, no matter what, they're going to be remembered for this fight, win or lose or draw. I think the biggest thing that we get out of this is that both of these guys were willing to fight the best competition. Even though they jumped through a lot of hurdles and hoops to make it happen, they made it happen, and the fans are going to be satisfied. We're going to get the biggest fight in decades, and that's why I say we all win when it comes to this. But anyway, guys, just wanted to discuss that a little bit, give my 2 cents on that. You guys tell me what you think. Why are the boxers, why are their peers leaning more towards Terence Crawford than they are towards Errol Spence Jr.? You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.